But now we're going to move on to Joe, of course, who we just talked about. And let me go back to the slideshow for 1 second. Let's put that up on the screen.
Who are these people?
Yeah, who are these people? I don't know. And then we're going to turn the slideshow back on. That would be Joe. But not that Joe. Yeah. That would be Joe Rogan. This is Joe. This is INN's Joe. This is
Same
Shut
difference.
the Fuck Up Shitlib 3. Okay.
Joe is Joe Rogan's alt.
Oh, and Joe is eternal. Here he is. Oh, he's in chat. Look out. All right. So if I mod Joe, which one's he at? Okay, he's in Indy's chat. So let me go over here. He is modded. So you can drop your link in there. Why is that back at the beginning now? What the hell? Okay, so that's
son,
not live.
Where'd you find this?
Okay, thank you. All right, Joe is back. Yay! All right. So now, I would love to do the Joe show. So this is gonna basically be the Joe show for a little bit. Let me go back to the 2-shot so I can now escape out of here. Escape out of here.
Not Joe Pesci.
Not Joe Pesci and a bunch of different Joes. Pesci. So Joe decided to make a video of a video of a video.
Of a video of a video?
Of a video of a video. So, let's turn the slideshow off. Now we can fit the whole screen in there. Beautiful. Nice. All right. So imagine, if you would, and this is actually a video that RBN played earlier on their show, and go check out Revolutionary Blackout Network. Go subscribe to them, support them, sign up for their Substack. They're great. Love them to death. But this is actually Joe imagining, or the Vanguard reacting to Don's cut up. So here we go.
That's the video I saw of this guy, Magnus, and he had a Black Lives Matter person with him. He had a gay person with him, and then it was him, and he's a libertarian, and he said, "We seek common ground. We're not your enemy." Our enemy. And I was like, let's bring this guy on.
It's on TYT, and the Vanguard's reacting to it.
They provided security for the Black Lives Matter protests.
So
they're pro Black Lives Matter, pro LGBTQ. They're anti-war, anti-cop. What else do you guys? That's 4 or 5 out of the top 10 issues I have. We can agree on. We could work on. They demonize me. Like, you can't do that.
What the fuck? Get in here! Are you fucking kidding me? But anyway, I'm sorry, not to interrupt.
Oh no, you're
how
to interrupt, and it's about to get even worse.
And I'm like, so I literally had a guy come on after I interviewed him from the World Socialist website, and he's supposed to be a union organizer.
Yes.
His name is Jerry something. And I can't remember his last name, and you never heard of it anyway, because this guy's never accomplished a goddamn thing in his life. And he came on and he started to rip me for interviewing that guy. And I go, Jerry, what's your message to that guy? This guy's being affected by the economic crushing from COVID, just like everybody else. What's your message? Don't you have a message to recruit him?
Nothing to answer for with General Strike either.
Have a message. We got to have a message. And he goes, I don't have a message for that guy. And I'm like, well, that's why nobody ever heard of you. And that's why you've never accomplished anything in your life, because that's not how you organize. You know how you organize? Just like Christian Smalls did at the Amazon warehouse on Staten Island. Now, if you don't know of Staten Island, it's all full of Trump voters, and he's a black guy who organized a union of Trump voters on Staten.
Oh, it's so obvious he's catering to the right wing. It's the exact shtick. He's being the right wing's favorite left.
What?
Yeah, so pretty insane.
Who said?
On Staten Island. And how do you do that? Well, I'll tell you how you don't do it. You don't go to the union floor and go, who here's a Proud Boy? You're out. Who doesn't like Social Security? You're out. Who's against LGBTQ? You're out. Who's a libertarian gun nut? You're out. Okay, who's left? Now let's organize. That's not how you do it. Everybody knows that's not how you organize. The way when people on the left say we're going to organize along class lines, they don't even realize what they're saying, because what that means is organizing with Trumpers. They say, we'll never do that. Well, that's what organizing along class lines means, moron. And that's why you haven't accomplished anything in your life except divide the country. Your neighbor's not your enemy. The military-industrial complex is your enemy. Wall Street is your enemy. Big pharma, big insurance, that is your enemy, not your neighbor.
The van at the end is just... Mwah. Oh, look at the
where's that van at?
The next things was also very good. Yeah, I mean, Joe knocking it out with Don's video, making the Vanguard react. I mean, Don's like, I don't even know what's real anymore. Like deep fakes, watching deep fakes of deep fakes, but they're not even deep fakes. They're just fakes. Joe also did an incredible video. And this was an older one that we just published. And it was about a month ago he did one. And obviously, because he's been off Twitter, you probably hadn't seen it. And this is a 4-minute video. And it's kind of, it was the Democrats' worst nightmare. If you remember correctly, during the forced vote, what were the TYT, Sirota, Brian Grimms, etc. worried about was that McCarthy was going to become speaker and that there was a chance that he would become speaker. Well, of course, now he, of course, has become speaker. So here's what Joe had to say about that.
Democratic Congressman Clyburn, he's going to help Kevin McCarthy to get elected as Speaker
oh my God.
of the House.
Eric is the most Vanguard I watched him on, too.
McCarthy will become Speaker of the House.
Yep.
Nancy Pelosi, I think ultimately at the end of the day, if you really demanded that she actually do something on Medicare for all, it was a choice between letting Kevin McCarthy become Speaker of the House, which would be a very bad thing, or doing something real on Medicare for all. I don't have a confidence that she would care to do the right thing.
That Sirota video where I couldn't believe how wormy he was trying to slide that past.
He was very wormy.
What an asshole, man.
You don't want Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House on January 6th. Just absolute disaster scenario.
Can we go to a friend of the show, David Sirota, and run this by him? It was like an asteroid about to hit the Earth. Kevin McCarthy being Speaker of the House.
I would ask you, do you think it would be a good thing for Kevin McCarthy to be Speaker of the House? Just forget about the negotiating part.
Don't look it up, though.
Answer that question. Is it a good or bad thing
for
Kevin McCarthy to be Speaker of the House? Don't deflect. Just answer that goddamn question.
I think would it be better or worse? Who knows?
Yeah, answer the question.
Kevin McCarthy to be Speaker of the House.
You're fucking a Democrat.
Answer it.
If Nancy Pelosi is unwilling to put Medicare for all on the floor, what's the difference?
Answer the question.
What's the difference? If Nancy Pelosi is
I'm willing to answer the question and be honest.
Oh, Kevin McCarthy. They were all screaming that. Every one of these. Kevin McCarthy.
I know.
I didn't even know who the fuck he was when they were saying that. You know that?
If the 10 Justice Democrats had voted president, right now, Kevin McCarthy would be Speaker of the House. That was indisputably
who said they should vote president.
We couldn't force a vote on healthcare because they said Kevin McCarthy could become Speaker.
Right.
Well, now we still don't have a vote on Medicare for all. And the Democrats are going to help make Kevin McCarthy Speaker.
They're cutting out the
Speaker.
Jimmy.
So how does the vote for the speakership work? Because there's a lot of confusion over it, and there's a lot of misinformation, and there's a lot of yelling. Okay.
Yeah, coming
By
from
the way,
him.
If we want to get into a yelling contest, I'll win that one too. But that's not how things should work. There's good reasons to yell.
Sorry,
No.
I'm not going to answer your
F
question.
No, I know,
F.
because I've been here for 4 hours. Don't give me this. Where's the plane?
Like, your plane is already on
No, but they told us that 4 hours ago. Is it actually coming? Is it actually coming? Because I literally heard it was coming from the hangar 3 hours ago.
Everybody remembers this is Jank at the
Remember
airport.
when you were afraid that McCarthy could become Speaker if we did something? Well, now we're going to make that dream come true.
Oh, Dave Sirota, don't look up.
Just weird, like, conflicts of interest. He happened to be married to a Democrat, and then there was one video I was watching when he was like, "Yeah, I know some Democrats," and I paused it. I paused it, Rome, and I was like, "What do you mean you know so many Democrats? You're fucking a Democrat."
I've literally been working in this fucking business to try to get the Democrats to do a fucking thing for a quarter century of my life. That's how old I am. Okay, so the idea that I'm not
how's that working out?
Who doesn't want, I'm a person who's just trying to get an establishment. I'm trying to get a job with Nancy Pelosi. I'm trying to get a job with the Democratic establishment.
Well,
you're fucking a Democrat.
That is a complete fucking joke.
Well,
just as a human being.
As a human being, you're misframing this.
Good
Again, the question is a shit sandwich better than a shit sandwich? Is that what you're saying? Is a shit sandwich better than a shit sandwich? This is not the argument. This is not the argument, David. You are framing the as a human being, you're framing the argument incorrectly. As a human being, you're framing the argument as a human being who needs Medicare for all. People who have just want their healthcare. As a human being, you're framing this incorrectly. As a human being, you're framing it incorrectly. Just so you know, the story is that you're not willing to risk. And I'm asking you, are you willing to risk Nancy Pelosi's speakership to get this done? Are you?
Yeah, 100%, because another candidate can...
So there you have it. Jim Clyburn is going to help that McCarthy become speaker. Cenk Uygur must be thrilled.
If you got a good plan, I swear to God, we're going to go guns blazing all together on it.
Guys like David Sirota are gutless. They don't have fucking balls. He's a liar, an obfuscator, a defender of the establishment.
You're fucking a Democrat.
That's the kind of people telling you to still vote Democrat.
Sirota is one of the most hardcore progressives. You need guys like that on your side.
That's who David Sirota is. The guy doesn't have integrity.
What an asshole, man.
Oh, I used to stand with Sirota and love that dude, and man, he's just become.
Won't fucking stop.
Yeah, he won't fucking stop. He's been a hell of a disappointment, I must say. So this is a little bit more of a serious type of video that Joe made, and this is gonna probably be a little controversial. We'll see.
Probably get this pulled off YouTube.
You think? Should I run it?
Maybe.
It's already up on YouTube.
Whatever.
It's already on YouTube. I'm running it from our YouTube channel. So if it's off YouTube, then if it gets us pulled, it gets us pulled. But this is Joe put this together, and this was really, really good, really well done. About 5 minutes. And again, I think that you guys probably have missed a lot of this stuff because he's been off Twitter for months, since before Elon censored Shut the Fuck Up Shitlib 2 and at STFU Shitlib 3. Everybody follow Joe back on Twitter. Give him his...
Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot!
I don't know why he keeps doing that.
It'd just be YouTube.
All right, so this is talking about the Black Lives Matter protesters.
I'm probably going to go to jail for it, okay? Tomorrow, we need to go into the Capitol.
Who's that guy?
Into the Capitol. What? No!
Huh.
Let's go! What a fucking meeting militia, let's go! Get over here! Let's go! Don't look at me! Come on! Come on, you ready to get all these flies? Let's go!
We should try to find out who is this person. The hearings are tonight, right? Will they talk about this? Who is that little cop waving people in?
As soon as President Trump is finished speaking, we are going to the Capitol, where our problems are. It's that direction. Please spread the word.
Shut the fuck up, Boomer.
Oh, it's not some sort of op? Okay, then what is it?
We are going to the Capitol. It's that direction. That's where our true problems lie.
What's that dude's name again?
We are going to the Capitol.
Ray
Epps. Capitol's in that direction.
That's who it is.
Joe said no.
Shut the fuck up, Boomer.
But how can you not notice that? What? The guy was on tape multiple times telling people to go into the Capitol, and he was never sent to jail for that, while people who just happened to be there did go to jail? And then Adam Kinzinger himself thanked Ray Epps. What is going on here? You're not a conspiracy nut if you have that question. Really?
Why are you letting this happen? Why haven't you called for backup? Where is your backup? This is our damn Capitol building, and y'all are letting it get destroyed on your watch. Fuck all of you. Call for backup. Get some help down here.
What is going on here? Really?
These people want blood. Oh, traitors!
The officers then escort the crowd into the interior of the Capitol.
They're gonna lock us in. And these guys, just standing in the hallway.
If you disagree with it, respect it.
Welcome to the Capitol. Not stopping.
Disagree with it, but I respect
Why
it.
didn't they? If we could get these questions answered, it wouldn't be a sham hearing tonight.
At 2:47 p.m., police wearing yellow gear closed the
Close
doors.
the doors.
Police presence then increases, and no more individuals entered through the Upper West Terrace doors.
Do not go in there.
Yeah, it's Falun Gong stuff, but hey, it's actual footage.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cop. That's a Fed 100%.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters inside the Capitol on January the 6th prior to the doors being opened?
Again, I had to be very careful.
It should be a no. Can you not tell the American people no? We did not have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters positioned inside the Capitol.
Gentleman's time has expired. You should not read anything into my decision not to share information.
Director Ray,
confidential human
gentleman's time has expired.
That's, it's not all fun and games with Joe. Yeah, bravo for Joe. That is, and again, I'm not a right winger. I'm an independent. I ask a lot of questions. I look at evidence. I look at all sides. And I'm not going to dismiss one side because of their bias. Usually their bias leads them to expose stuff that people on the other side are trying to protect, like the Hunter Biden laptop, folks. The Hunter Biden laptop was not a right-wing conspiracy theory. It was real. It happened.
Who was that? Didn't someone leave particular publication for that?
That would be Glenn Greenwald, left The Intercept. Yes.
Who's the DC bureau chief of The Intercept?
A guy named Ryan Grimm. No, Ryan Grimm. Oh, that's
something like that. Autopilot.
So, yeah, it's
old.
Yeah, that's a really well done video, Joe. To ask a lot of the questions that at least sow a seed of doubt into whether this was a set up some type of controlled thing where it's kind of like, honestly, look, the FBI has been caught doing things like this multiple times where they will infiltrate and embed themselves into a movement. Then they will stoke and suggest violent solutions. They will suggest ways for these people to obtain the weapons and help them plot and plan out that violent solution. And then the person carries it out and they're like, who could have possibly see this happen? I mean,
yeah,
it's unreal. So why were 1/3 of the Capitol Police officers on duty that day versus usual? Why were the congressional staffers told not to come in that day? There are a lot of questions that even I have. I'm no fan of Trump. I'm no fan of Joe Biden, but I also don't believe that our entire system is 100% correct. Look, as Fiorella and Pasta have shown and proven multiple times, that there are questions about chain of custody, that there are questions about ballot flipping, that there are questions about screens that change and, complete total ballot selections in Texas that were across the board. And these were by Democratic people that were looking at this. This is since 2016. It wasn't really fixed for 2020. You had the Shadow app. You had the whole mess with New Hampshire. Every state that Bernie seemed to win, they seemed to have very delayed reporting. The exit polls, I had a big question over the exit polls. There's a lot of questions with regard, in my mind, to the 2020. This was another whole spectacle. And I still feel like J6 was in some ways allowed by the Capitol Police in order to terrorize Congress to a point, scare the heck out of them into getting them the funding into not defunding the police. That's my personal belief.
You mean like what they did in Brazil not that long after? Okay.
That's my personal belief. You know, that's not based
DOJ members are,
and that's based on
completely covering
all of the footage and all of the evidence and everything that I've seen. But that's still my opinion. Okay, so I got one more Joe video here for tonight, and then we can get to boats. I know what time it is. So let's get to this one. This was marking Joe's return to Twitter. And this one has gotten, you can see, over 14,000 views. And it's imagining Jimmy Dore went to the World Economic Forum? What?
Please welcome Klaus Schwab.
Very cordial welcome to the 2023 annual meeting. Our next speaker is a truth teller. He has called out my bullshit. Please welcome the great Jimmy Dore, jag-off comedian. Author, give a round of applause.
Damn, Jimmy's moving.
It's as if a foreign government has taken over America and is trying to destroy it. But it's not a foreign government. It's our government. It's kind of hilarious. Think of the United States as a car. And your car broke down on the freeway and it's out of gas. Everybody knows you want to put more gas in it. Instead, what the government did was they came in, they stole the tires and ripped the radio out of it. People have no idea what's coming or what really happened. They still think we can fix this. They have no idea that the country has been given over to rapacious oligarchs, and our country's not going to look the same coming out of this ever. And the people who were supposed to do something about this and step on the brake pedal and sound the alarm did not do that. And this is an unbelievable failure and a collapse of government, the Democratic Party, and our entire society. And Bernie's voting for it. And if you're not angry about that, that's a defect inside of your personality and your intellect, because you don't know exactly what's happening and you don't realize the seriousness of the situation.
There were technical difficulties at the WEF broadcast. How about that? Oh, Joe, that was great. That actually got a like and a retweet out of Jimmy. 60,000 views on the tweet. 54 retweets on this one, and there were a bunch of different ones. INN had one. So at STFU shitlib3. Go give him a follow. Go hook up our brother Joe. INN's Joe.
Yep.
All right. So I think
Joseph.
Hang on. Did he send me the link? Let's see if he sent me the link. Don't play it.
Joseph.
Nice.
Put your link to your YouTube, weirdo.
Yeah, don't play it.
Where's it at?
No, what? It's
put it in there.
Oh, it's youtube.com/STFU shitlib2. I believe.
Yeah, that's it. Electric Boogaloo.
No, it's not. It should be, but he didn't claim that, though he claimed his vanity name. So let's go to his, and I'll drop it. It is.
It's hard to find, by the way. There it is.
It's the @ symbol. youtube.com/@STFU shitlib2.
Shut the fuck up, shitlib2. That's what it is.
There you go.
God, marketing, bro. We got to work on it. We're gonna get there. You know.
We'll get you there.
Like
so. Oh no, chat got messed up. What happened to chat? I lost chat. Okay. All right. Well, that's news. I mean, there wasn't much news. I mean, there was a lot of news this week. There was East Palestine. I mean, there were a lot of things a lot of people covered, but we covered censorship.
Yep. We covered
and we covered the coal miners, which I didn't see anybody else really talking about in our world. We're not going to talk about the Mike Figueredo video versus Mike Figueredo. So that was really funny. You should definitely check that out on Joe's channel. You can find that one on your own. Here, but just so you can see, this is what Joe's channel looks like. Let me blow that up a little bit. You can see his angry beard face over there. Our brother Joe. He's already up to 500 subs. That means he can now do posts.
Joe, also change your logo to the new logo. You know? You can put your new logo in that logo.
So the Don video was called Anti-vaxxer Turncoat D, the right wing's favorite lefty. I think we watched that one tonight. And then tonight he did the Lost Tapes unaired Jimmy Dore speech, and I did not do this one, but he posted that an hour ago. So
nice.
Go check that out. I think that's another one of those deep fake things where he's doing a face mash.
Fantastic.
All right. So let's
Fantastic.
oh my God.